Good afternoon, guys. This is Charles, also as Dr. Ghetto here. Over the last month, I've been thinking, for my last video, my highest video, I talked about, it's nothing really much else for me to cover. It's time now to start questioning many things for me within myself, and this is maybe you guys perhaps maybe as a similarity perhaps will probably might do the same. It's time now to question many things, and for the last month I've been thinking very hard and long, and after coming out of a couple of mental hospitals, I will admit that, and going through all this stress and researching and accidentally attacking groups who are supposed to be truth seekers or patriots, whoever the case may be, I thought that seeking truth and trying to pursue happiness within our nation would be a great thing for us Americans, and that's what I thought it was all right to do. But however, after a while of trying to pursue and be an advocate, be an activist, all this led to almost nearly losing my sanity. And people that I try to talk to were detail oriented, with references and sources, and with logic and reasoning and the prior knowledge. That's how I come to these conclusions regarding about Obama's eligibility, or regarding about many other topics at hand, or whatever I put my emphasis on. And when I talk about Obama's eligibility on the Malcolm X Obama thing, like if Malcolm X is related to Barack Obama, it looks pretty accurate to from my analysis. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, when I make these videos regarding about Obama's eligibility, about Barack Obama's related to Malcolm X, this is based on prior knowledge of reading books. I read books in the past similar to Malcolm X, which is an introductory essay by Coretta Scott King, and other biographies about the United States presidents like Ruther B. Hayes and James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, books regarding about military related documents like William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse back in the late 80s and maybe. And then, of course, the question about the history of things, Lies That My Teacher Told Me by James W. Lowen. And George Orwell's 1984, The Diminution of Thought and Free Will. And what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, is that you have to question almost everything of what was presented to us throughout our lives. Or I've been doing of what I've been doing, presenting myself, questioning myself of these entities that have been brought upon us as people throughout my life, of what I've been going through. I don't see myself doing anything really intense researching. I don't see myself doing anything else because I'm in a state of question. It's up to the point where I think I woke up from the Matrix, I guess you can say, because everything from the time we were born, the consumerism, the economic crisis, the BP oil spill, Obama's eligibility, with in-depth material and allegations towards him, it's really ridiculous on how corruption is beyond belief. And it's time now to understand what's going on, and to know what to read and what not to read, or who to speak to, who not to speak to, or maybe it sounds like a divide and conquer, but it's like, what's going on here? Why is it that I personally, myself, Dr. Ghetto Charles Doctor, saying these things to other people, and yet there are people out there, a lot of people out there don't understand where I'm coming from. This is what happens when people lose any sights of history, culture, logic, and reason of any sorts. We have to come to some better understanding about ourselves as far as understanding of the material that we present to other people. And I did my best to present to other people and to be an actual proactive about the situation, rather than being the information junkie. I cannot be reciting information and thinking I'm not going to do anything about it. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to be proactive and put put these government officials on trial, expose these crimes, show analysis, show the comparisons between Malcolm X and Obama, what it looks like. But people don't know who he is, don't know Malcolm X, or don't know about the civil rights leaders, or don't know about the history back 25, 50 years ago, any sorts. And this is what's scaring me, because these people, because we as people, if we are on the internet researching this stuff, it's weird that you don't understand. We have to understand the historical side of many things, and it's not just the internet. You gotta read some books. And now I feel like I'm the reflection. I feel like I don't know it all, but I know enough to have a prior knowledge to it. It's a higher learning, a higher form of intellect of some sort, what you gain from reading all this information. And not only information, but from the internet, but from the books that I get from library or buy on my own. I mean, it does tell you a lot of what's been going on. So guys, I appreciate you watching all my videos over the last year. To those subscribers who subscribe to my channel, to people who are just coming across my channel, check out my YouTube channel, and you see what I'm talking about. If you don't understand, you have to go to the library and get an understanding and read some books like Presidents. These books, Malcolm X again, Lies Teacher Told Me, Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper, 1984, George Orwell, and like sometimes a dictionary, I guess. I mean, this is what it accumulates so much in my mind, and that just blew a fuse, and I ended up in a state of deep concentration of thought, of thinking to myself of what's going on. It's too much I can't believe the average citizen doesn't see it about Barack Obama and his deception onto the American public. This is too obvious for any American to understand, like who he is. What do you is it that you know about the person? And he was on The View with The View with Whoopi Goldberg. Those group of ladies back about at least 2-3 weeks ago. Isn't that weird that our president is on these entertainment related shows? I don't understand what the public is with the public. I try to tell this to my family and friends. It's not getting to them. They don't understand. Our capacity of thought has diminished continuously over the years. And no matter what I say and do, it just sounds like people think I'm intellectual. I'm intelligent. No, I just read a book and play video games and have some logic and reason in my head. That's all. It's not about me being a smart one and going to these colleges and universities, which I dropped out. I'm a college dropout with a high school diploma and just reading a book or two. Thank you guys for listening to this. I needed some output to talk about this. I'll see you guys later. I'll have a nice day.